Welcome to Mangastorian's Complete Story Series. Today we're going to be covering chapters 82 to 84 of Attack on Titan. All alterations to the panel text and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. Now, at the end of our last chapter, the remaining survivors faced off against Bertolt in an attempt to stop him from attacking the other side of the wall. While Mikasa led everyone in to attack Reiner, Eren went to try and stop Bertolt, but in doing so, he was kicked to the top of the wall. Armin desperately tried to wake Eren up, telling him to remember that they were supposed to go to the ocean together, so he needs to get up right now. With Armin's pleas, Eren finally manages to get up, and Armin tells him that that's the plan. So long as they carry it out and trick Bertolt, this battle will be won. Down on the ground, Mikasa and the rest of them begin their attack on Reiner to stop him from helping Bertolt. But as they get closer, Reiner isn't stopping. He's running past them. Mikasa quickly turns back, holding out her Thunder Spear, telling everyone that they will just have to kill him this time. Once Mikasa gets close enough, the spear goes off, shooting into the back of Reiner's knee, blowing it out, causing him to collapse. As he falls, Mikasa tells everyone that they can't get Reiner's attention. Their only option is to stop him for good and protect Eren and Armin. Back up top, Armin says that he came up with the plan himself, but whether it'll work or not will depend on how much Eren can take. Eren stops and thinks about everything that Armin told him. Is he? But Armin tells him not to worry, he can't die. Not until he sees the ocean first. Besides, he'll stop before things get too bad because he was never really that brave. Armin then looks at him stating, "We did promise that we were going to the ocean together, right? When have I ever lied to you? So stick to the plan, no matter what, Eren." Eren gets back up, and as he does, his leg slips and he falls back to the bottom of the wall. Seeing his chance, Bertolt swings his massive arm at Armin, but before landing it, Armin jumps off, gritting his teeth, and he jets towards Bertolt's face. Across the town, Mikasa watches as Bertolt begins to release his steam, as she tells herself, no. They have their job. Her and the rest of the soldiers have theirs. Everyone braces themselves, and Jean jets in to get from behind. Reiner swings, missing him, and as he swings, he hits the roof of a house. Debris begins to fly, and shards of wood hit Sasha, causing her to miss her spear. But Connie fires his, hitting his mark, Reiner's jaw, and as it hits, he swings back around, grabbing Sasha. Mikasa watches as their plan failed. They were supposed to blow his jaw away, allowing her to use the last Thunder Spear to blow a hole through Reiner's mouth into the back of his nape. Back with Armin, Bertolt continues to release his steam, and he wonders why Armin is still there. And then he realizes he's not going anywhere because his hooks are in his teeth. Still holding on, Armin tells himself, no, not yet, I need to buy more time. And then the steam begins to push out even harder, burning Armin. The blast finally begins to push Armin away, and as it does, it begins to burn his flesh so much that his skin begins to tear away, until finally, he lets go. Back on the ground, Mikasa looks as Reiner's jaw is only half open, but she has to do it anyway. Before she can move, another spear hits, blowing the other side of Reiner's jaw open. Everyone looks to see Hanji swing past, telling Mikasa, go now! And without a second thought, Mikasa moves in. She jumps up to Reiner's mouth, holding the spear at the back of his throat, telling him to get out, and then she fires. The explosion knocks Mikasa away, and then behind the armored Titan's body, Reiner's real body begins to fly out. Back at the wall, Bertolt looks down at Eren, who still hasn't moved, stating, it's over. Armin is gone, and now, wait. That's not Eren's body. It's a hardened version. Swinging in from behind, Eren says that he got him, and he cuts through the nape, ripping Bertolt out of the Colossus Titan. But, after it's all done, Eren sees Armin's body burnt, and he tells himself that Armin was the bravest of them all. Eren falls to his knees, stating that he knew that this was going to happen. The only thing that he could do was trust Armin. Why doesn't Armin ever run away? But before Eren can grieve over the loss of Armin, he hears a loud boom! And he sees the quadrupedal Titan and a man riding on it. The quadrupedal Titan begins jumping from the buildings, closing in, and as he lands on the roof where Eren is, Eren grabs Bertolt, holding his blade to his neck. He tells the quadrupedal Titan to not even think about getting closer. One more step and he'll kill Bertolt. Then he sees the man, and he realizes that the Beast Titan is riding the quadrupedal Titan. The man asks if he's Eren Yeager, and Eren grits his teeth, and he begins pushing the blade into Bertolt's neck. The man tells him, you don't look anything like your father. But I want you to understand, we're both victims of your father. You've been brainwashed. Before the man can go into details, though, he looks up and he sees Levi, filled with nothing but hatred. He leaps down from the wall, and the man says, fine, I get it, but we're both injured. So sorry, Bertolt, it looks like it's the end for you. And then before leaving, he tells Eren, someday, I will come to save you. Levi jumps in telling Eren to give him his gas and blades. He's going after that man. And then Eren hears Armin coughing. Elsewhere in the town, Hanji tells Reiner what exactly is the case that they found on him. Suicide pills, a bomb, and he tells her, it's a letter from Ymir. You need to give it to Krista. Hanji takes out her blade, stating that she's got a whole lot of questions to ask. So is he going to tell them what they want to know? And Reiner smiles, telling her, nope. And Hanji says, thanks. It'll make this whole thing a lot easier. She begins to push her blade into Reiner's throat, and Jean tells her to wait. They could use him, take his powers if someone is injected. She looks back, stating that given the current conditions, no one's injured enough to receive the Titan injection. They also don't know what kind of situation Levi is in, and right now they don't have time. As the blade begins to push deeper into Reiner's throat, John asks her if she's content leaving things unknown. How can they expect to defeat the Titans this way? So Hanji stops and then tells Mikasa to go check on Eren and the others. Get the injection and bring it back. If she can't, for whatever the reason, signal a flare. That way, Hanji will just end Reiner. Mikasa takes off, but as she lands on the other side, she can see Eren screaming that Armin is still breathing. They need the injection. They have Bertolt, and they can turn Armin into a Titan and have him eat Bertolt. Mikasa fires the flare, signaling to kill Reiner. But before she can, the quadrupedal Titan begins stampeding through. Jean quickly jets through, knocking Hanji away. And once she gets up, she notices it wasn't going for her. The quadrupedal Titan was grabbing Reiner. He then takes off, and Jean slams his fist down, stating, this is my fault! It was I who caused him to get away. But Hanji tells him no, it was her decision. They should just go meet with Eren and the rest now. Back with Eren, Levi hands over the injection. But on the other side of the wall, the Survey Corps soldiers crawl up, stating that he finally got up. The soldier says the commander has been critically injured, but they could use the injection, right? Levi stops, and then he checks Erwin, and he sees that Erwin is still breathing. So that means they're going to give the injection to Erwin. Eren stands in his way, telling him, you just said you were going to give it to Armin. And Levi says, I'm choosing to keep alive the man who will save humanity. Everyone hears a blade drawn, and with tears in her eyes, Mikasa begins to walk towards Levi. Levi has a decision to make. Armin or Erwin. Only one can be saved and turned into a Titan. Eren grabs the case, and Levi tells Eren to stop letting his feelings persuade him. I was considering the possibility that Erwin was alive. Eren tugs at the case, and Levi swings his fist, knocking Eren in the face, breaking his teeth. But before Eren can land, Mikasa jumps at Levi, pinning him down, holding her blade to his throat. She can feel it. He's getting weak. She could kill him now and take the injection by force. And Levi tells her that she must know it too. Humanity can never defeat the Titans without Erwin's strength. But rage begins to set into Mikasa's eyes. From the other side of the roof, Eren mutters, without Armin, we can't win. It was him who came up with the plans to block the district. He's the one that figured out Annie's identity. The plan to move forward at night. It was all him. Armin is going to save humanity, not Commander Erwin. Mikasa grabs the case, telling Levi to please give it to her. Floch then steps forward, stating that it will be Erwin who will save them. He just sent the Survey Corps to their deaths to allow Levi to ambush the Beast Titan. But he did lead them to death, and after they found his body, they thought that they should put him out of his misery, but then maybe he needed to experience more hell. He then realized the only one who can destroy all of the Titans is the devil. So Floch decided it was his mission to bring the devil back to life. Floch then runs towards Mikasa, and then Hanji appears behind Mikasa, grabbing her. Hanji begins to pull her back, and Levi begins to get the syringe ready. And Mikasa screams, trying to fight off Hanji. But Hanji tells her that they need Erwin. If the commander dies, their symbol of humanity will die as well. Mikasa begins to fight through the tears, stating that Armin can do it. But Hanji stops her, stating they need Erwin's experience in leadership. She wishes she could bring people back, hundreds of them. Ever since she joined the Survey Corps, it's been nothing but goodbyes. Even when Moblet saved her from the explosion caused by Bertolt. But no matter who they meet, someday they will all have to say goodbye. It hurts, but they need to move forward. Levi gets up ready to inject Erwin, but Eren crawls, grabbing him by the leg, asking, have you ever heard of the ocean? It's like a giant lake, but it's made out of salt water. That's what Armin said. He said that someday we will go and see it, but that was just a dream that we had when we were kids. Everything that I fought for was for hatred, revenge for my mother. But Armin, he's different. Fighting isn't all he was. He had dreams. Levi tells everyone to get back. He's going to give the injection to Erwin, and that's final. But as everyone leaves, Levi thinks back to the night that he overheard Armin telling Eren about the ocean. And then he remembers what Erwin said, how he just wanted to see the basement. Levi holds the needle to Erwin's arm, but before he can push it in, Erwin's arm pulls back and he hears Erwin mumbling. He was asking his teacher about the outside. And then Levi remembers when he told Erwin to give up on his dreams, lead the soldiers to hell. And Erwin told him thank you. Slowly, Bertolt begins to open up one eye as the building begins to crack around him. And he looks over to see a Titan crawling out. The Titan then grabs him. He screams out in terror, and everyone is watching. He calls out to save him, but then the Titan places Bertolt into his mouth, and he begins to bite down. All the while, Bertolt screams for someone to save him. As the Titan continues eating the remains of Bertolt, Floch asks why, and Levi says, "Can't we just let him go? His only choice was to become the devil, and it was us who wanted that of him. But now he's freed from that hell, and we were just gonna grab him back into it. So maybe we should just let him rest." Armin's Titan begins to fall down, shrinking in size, and everyone runs over to check on him. And everyone watches as Armin returns to his normal self. It's finally time to go in the basement, guys, and we'll be bringing you that story next week. So if you are not subscribed to Mangastorian, you need to be now. I'll see you guys next time right here, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Mangastorian. Welcome to Mangastorian's Complete Story Series. Today we're going to be covering chapters 82 to 84 of Attack on Titan. All alterations to the panel text and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. Now, at the end of our last chapter, the remaining survivors faced off against Bertolt in an attempt to stop him from attacking the other side of the wall. While Mikasa led everyone in to attack Rainer, Eren went to try and stop Bertolt, but in doing so, he was kicked to the top of the wall. Armin desperately tried to wake Eren up, telling him to remember that they were supposed to go to the ocean together, so he needs to get up right now. With Armin's pleas, Eren finally manages to get up, and Armin tells him that that's the plan. So long as they carry it out and trick Bertolt, this battle will be won. Down on the ground, Mikasa and the rest of them begin their attack on Rainer to stop him from helping Bertolt. But as they get closer, Rainer isn't stopping. He's running past them. Mikasa quickly turns back, holding out her Thunder Spear, telling everyone that they will just have to kill him this time. Once Mikasa gets close enough, the spear goes off, shooting into the back of Rainer's knee, blowing it out, causing him to collapse. As he falls, Mikasa tells everyone that they can't get Rainer's attention. Their only option is to stop him for good and protect Eren and Armin. Back up top, Armin says that he came up with the plan himself, but whether it'll work or not will depend on how much Eren can take. Eren stops and thinks about everything that Armin told him. Is he? But Armin tells him not to worry, he can't die. Not until he sees the ocean first. Besides, he'll stop before things get too bad because he was never really that brave. Armin then looks at him stating, "We did promise that we were going to the ocean together, right? When have I ever lied to you? So stick to the plan, no matter what, Eren."